here's where we get into some weird stuff, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, like seriously deep woo, because we got to start defining almost all of our language as we go forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Some of the things we must understand is that people will use words like oh, in particularly not inappropriate, but very vague ways. And so they'll use the word self in a way that is not necessarily appropriate. But many individuals, and especially in the woo-woo world, are aware of and are afraid of the idea of artificial intelligence creating a self-aware computer. And I can instantly, as soon as I hear that statement, I know that this person has never really considered deeply what's going on, because here's their statement that the computer is going to become aware of its self. Now
Hmm.
let's be real careful about saying this. So I am aware of myself, and I own, in a sense, this body is tied to that self. But the body
That's the
doesn't,
hardware. That's the hardware, right?
right, but the hardware didn't create the self. Okay, the self, myself, my sense of I-ness, my sense of waking up every morning and know I am me and not you, that self exists and is part of consciousness,
Mm.
and it is part of being conscious. And therefore, since I cannot ever wake up and be any other person other than myself, my consciousness and self are inextricably linked, if not exactly the same thing at that level.
Mm.
And this begs the question then, how could a computer or any machine become aware of its self if it does not have a self? It must first have a sense of I-ness before it can become aware of that I-ness and thus become self-aware. No computer ever will express I am.
Mm.
And without that expression of I am, it has no self and therefore cannot become self-aware. And as you say, it's merely a replica, a simulacrum of life. And it's just ourselves, is just humanity tricking our minds that these things could be
Yeah.
sentient.